Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New England Patriots. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Sunday, 5-0, 72. It's all right.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
372. Lucy.
Now Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Bortles. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Brady. This is White on the screen. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11.
Now Bortles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Three and a half to go, first quarter.
Lucy.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Shark's got it, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go.
From the gun, Brady. Buying time to his left. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Brady going deep here for Edelman. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
So after the INT, it's Bortles looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Lucy. So right.
Now Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 42 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Steps away to his left. Allen has it left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Wait, 20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Being chased out, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Here we go. So right, so right. All good. Single receiver. So left. 372.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Left. Hey, 54, Ricky.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook, 42 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, you got three.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And that's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down.
Sunday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 3rd down, Fournette. Nifty move. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Bortles now on 1st down. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And right side caught. Hogan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. On the left side, a catch by White. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, Brady. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a play fake. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. The 40, 30, past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He was 2nd in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
Now it's Patterson. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Bortles. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And
now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The interception rows, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Here's Bortles to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just...
And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
3 down. Hey, 54, Ricky. Set. Green 80. 11. Green is set.
Bortles going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Bortles. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now it's Brady. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 30.